This is Conscious Coffee, where you always have a seat at the table.
Likes with the fur and the whole world looking at. No. Okay.
Yeah, what was it?
So this is what's been irritating me about vaping, because people, like my friends that still vape, they're like trying to hide it around me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not helping. This is a choice I'm making for my own body. That's going to be different than what you need to do with your life.
Yeah, and you have to learn to be around it and have the control to not use it.
Yeah, and also
Right?
don't make me feel guilty
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
quitting.
Also that too. Don't be a dick.
Don't make me feel guilty for quitting
You're right.
by hiding it.
You're right. I don't vape, so as always, let's start by taking our our collective sip of coffee or whatever drink of your choice to create a moment of unity between the collective. Oh, that's flat. That's okay. Oh my gosh, we can't go without the gargle now.
You know, it's crazy. I didn't realize it because I'm not Catholic and I don't follow it.
Well,
But I actually quit vaping on the first day of Lent, and I didn't even notice.
talk about a synchronicity.
Come to Jesus moment.
Yeah, in the
It was
literal
like,
sense.
it was for me confirmation that I'm on the right path.
Yeah, dude. I love that.
But other than that, I have no idea what the Catholics do.
Where did the Catholic thing come from? Oh, because you had a conversation.
Yeah, I talked to this delightful Catholic man, elderly man at work today. And the Catholic faith actually is very beautiful.
Yeah.
Their deep, quiet devotion to God is kind of beautiful. I don't know.
Say more.
Well, for example, their marriage is the opportunity to address the biggest obstacle in a human soul, which is learning to overcome selfishness, because you're having to share your whole life equally with another person. And they believe that marriage is the ultimate tool. So they value marriage very deeply.
I did not know that. I mean, I
Yeah.
knew that they valued marriage very deeply. The experience I had with Catholicism, oh boy, is they value marriage very deeply. Not only same-sex marriage.
Yeah.
That was my experience with it. So I totally get what you're saying. Look at my religious trauma coming out, dude.
That's okay.
I'm not judging Catholics, just so we're clear.
Here's the problem I got with marriage is it doesn't correlate with biblical text at all, first of all. And also, when I get to heaven, I'm not going to be able to say like, "Oh, my husband told me it was okay." Like, no, whatever you think the afterlife is, you have to answer for yourself. You can't put that on your significant other.
That's
so like
valid.
It's helpful to a point. The part of marriage in the Catholic faith, that part I did resonate with. You don't need that to be a whole person. You have to be a whole person on your own.
So listen, do you want to know what my theory is about I'm not saying I believe we all have, maybe not all. I'm still undecided on this, but I do believe that most of us have a divine counterpart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that person that you are destined to be with. Now, yes, we all have free will, like we talk about. So you could, of course, if you just keep going out and being a shitbag, you're going to lose that person, right? You're not going to get to keep them in your life, clearly. Yeah. Okay. But so with all of the, that video I sent you earlier, about the powers that be trying to keep us separate from ourselves. And what is something that is marketed in every commercial, every movie? The whole point of the movie is what? Their true love that they freaking find at the end. And then with that whole twin flame thing, we've talked about the twin flame relationship, which I've been on a really dark side of the whole twin flame quote unquote experience.
I'm new to it. I didn't hear about it before you.
Oh yeah, right.
I didn't know about it. No, I had no idea. I heard soulmate, but I never heard twin flame.
Yeah, well, there's a fine line between a twin flame, and I'm using quotes when I'm saying twin flame, okay? Because I still don't know where I stand on it.
Yeah.
However, your twin flame is that the catalyst for growth, the person that it's essentially they say it's one soul, two bodies. Oh. They're your mirror self. If you want to get technical, since we're all one, we're all mirrors of each other.
Yeah, we're all.
Yeah. But I think that there's been such a heavy idealization of finding a relationship and finding your partner that people will go on dating sites and people will go on, which no offense, people who find, because some people do find their true love on dating sites. Let me just say that. Okay.
Even if they're looking for friends.
Exactly. But that you weren't, well, whatever you, truth bombs. Okay. You weren't looking for that necessarily. You actually were looking for a friend and it turned into that, which is beautiful. That is, I think, from like a really well-intentioned place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you see, like, okay, like those stupid ass reality shows. I'm sorry if anyone watches those, but they're so dumb to me. Like 90 Day Fiance.
The Bachelor.
The fucking Bachelor, girl. Yeah. Like, please, you know? But it's like you're spending so much time looking outside of yourself for that fulfillment without going inward first and finding that fulfillment. You have gone inward. You've been going, that's been your whole journey up until what you still do. But I'm saying, like, you really put in the work for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so much so when things pop up with my partner who has been in relationships before, I'm like, what have you guys been doing? Like, what with dating? Like, sometimes I'm like, just don't make no sense.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm coming in with like fresh eyes. Like, I'm 25. This is my first serious relationship. And I'm going, like, what?
Yes. And see, so here's like our differences in our paths, right? Like, I was on the exact opposite of that. Like, I was the one up until now, because I just had a very recent experience where I found out codependency and you needing me is not attractive to me whatsoever. Like, you know, but I was always one like, oh, she needs me. She told me she can't live without me. Oh my God, she loves me so much. Oh my God, she hits me because she can't handle her emotions because she just loves me so much that she can't handle her fucking emotions.
Dude, if you hit me, I am hitting you back and I got my girls backing me up. Like,
I'm coming for whoever puts their hands on you. Make it known. I am damn near a pacifist. I do not believe in violence whatsoever, but you hurt one of my people, I got reach. I am 6 foot tall and all arms and legs. Like, what's up?
Well, an example of that, this is something that I recently experienced as I am learning so very much in a serious relationship, is like, are you with me because you love me, because you can't because you enjoy being around me and we communicate well, or are you with me because you're scared of being alone? You know what I mean?
That is what so when we talk about intentions, right? What is your intention on being in this relationship? Because there's a difference between, like, my ex, she used to say, oh yeah, I get it. Stephanie doesn't need anybody. You don't need me. And towards the end of our relationship, because I had been doing the healing and the work, I was like, no, I don't need you. I want you. And I want you to be in my life, but not like this. You know what I mean? And so she would paint me out like I'm, you know, she would shame me because, oh, I'm hyper independent. I don't need anybody. Well, no, I shouldn't need anybody. Like, yeah, of course, for like connection, like in basic human needs of, we need connection, like how, you know, we hang out, we have good conversation.
Yeah.
That fills my cup. That's great, you know?
But like, if you're approaching a relationship, like, I don't need this relationship. I'm not desperate for love and affection. I can handle myself. So where does that leave you? Why am I with that person? Because I want them. And doesn't that mean more than needing someone to hold you?
Yes. Like, yes. I think that is so attractive when you can stand on your own 2 feet. And like, if I don't talk to you for a few hours, we're fine. Like, you're not going to blow up my phone and be like, oh, so you're just too busy to respond. Well, no, I have a life and I'm not letting that phone sit in front of my freaking face all day. Like, that's why. And to people who do, not anything, like, because trust me, if I was like, had my person that I'm in love with or whatever, of course I would love to like text them throughout the day and like check in with them and like whatever. Okay. But like, when it becomes an obligation and I need, quote unquote, to text you all day, even if I'm at my freaking birthday lunch or whatever it is, like, no, I'm sorry, but absolutely not, you know, which also leads me to, if you are inauthentic with me, like from the jump, I'm a no. Okay. I'm going to know if you are being inauthentic, like that shit, psychologically, you can only hide who you truly are and like be in someone's face like continuously after 90 days max. People's true selves are going to show. You can only put on a facade for so
Mhm.
long. You know what I'm saying? Which is why, like, if you're gonna be in a relationship, show up authentically.
Yeah.
Put it out on the table and be like, no, this is who I am. Or if you're still figuring out who you are, say that too. Be like, you know what? I actually don't know. I
Dude,
don't know.
I was terrible at that. You know why I was single for so long?
Why?
Because when someone would be interested in me, when someone tells me that they're interested in me, I throw it all out there. I'm like, this is my expectation for the future. I'm very devoted to my spirituality. No, I don't know what my spirituality is 100%, but I know that there's something important there. And I intend on raising my family in that area. And then to cap it all off, I am super content with the idea that I'm going to die alone because of that. I won't settle for something less than what I'm worth. And I know
Yes.
that I'm worth enough for somebody to show up to my basketball game.
Yes. Yes.
So
Exactly.
that,
I don't see anything wrong with like you remember I just went through this like where I was asking you. I'm like,
yeah,
am I wrong? Because I was told like that I needed to give it time for this person's like that side of this person, which was literally just like open communication, having like healing and growth conversations, which I really don't think is like something you have to wait for because that's something that
yeah.
attracts me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
For you, it's not something you have to wait for, but for someone
exactly.
else, there is somebody else out there for that person. You are
Exactly.
not.
Right, hey, that is not me. I am not your person. Anyway, like no, like so I think that there's something beautiful about being able to just show up and be like, "Hey, let me just tell you what my expectations are for any relationship that I'm going to enter in that fashion at all in my life. And if this doesn't work for you, even saying like, yeah, I want kids. I mean, I don't, but I'm saying like, even saying
Yeah,
like, yeah, I want kids doesn't mean you're telling them like, oh, I want to have a baby with you. You're just saying like, right from the
yeah,
get, this is a hard line boundary for me. And like, it's something that I need or something I won't tolerate or whatever.
yeah.
So just putting it out there right away,
It
nothing wrong with that. Like, you know?
I have some tendencies that that are not diagnosed, and they don't need to be diagnosed. But I am very much honest and out there specifically because I see it as a form of respect. I don't want to hold resentment for you later because I've fallen in love with you, but you're not compatible with my intentions for my future. And
Exactly.
because I'm so stern in that, I am actually quite content with the idea of nobody being compatible with me
Yeah.
because that's, I mean, that makes sense.
But that also leaves you in a space to be set up for having a healthy relationship, right?
Yeah.
Because you have already put all of you're like, okay, listen,
Yeah.
this is where it's at. You got to show up to my basketball game. You don't have to like play in the game technically if you don't want to,
Yeah.
but you got to support it and you
Yeah.
got to show up. You know what I mean?
Which is why this person I'm with means so very much to me because the amount of leaps and bounds they've had to take to not only show up to my basketball game, but participate in it to the best somebody could,
Yeah.
being raised the way they were is like, wow, I don't deserve this person. In fact, I can't believe it's real, you know?
Yeah. Which her
So,
person is also a 33 life path. Just want to say. Just want to say.
well, I don't want to talk all about that, but yeah, relationships, man, they're tough.
Dude, they are.
That's
Like,
hard work.
yeah.
Compatibility almost doesn't matter.
I believe you can make anything work.
Yeah.
If you have two willing people to
Mhm.
show up and like to have the hard conversations, right? And
Mhm.
to compromise, never compromise who you are, but hold space for the other person and
Mhm.
who they are, so long as you can allow them to be in your space like that
Yeah.
and it add to your life, not take away from it. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when I think it's like yeah, like absolutely. Like be in the relationship, do the thing. Two people can always make anything work. It's just about the compromise, you know?
Yeah, and how willing you are to work at it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like put in the actual work.
Not to bring it back to the Catholicism, but their beliefs in marriage. Um, I don't like how it excludes people that are not married. There are people in the world where marriage is not in their life. They're not destined for that. And there's a beautiful part of the Bible that talks about how, well, there's this guy, right? And he's writing down. I think it's like First Corinthians like 13, 14, maybe 12. I don't know. But it's basically this dude and he's like, dude, relationships, they suck. And I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. He's like, if you have the opportunity to be completely single for your whole life, do it. He's like, don't build relationship. Marriage sucks. And he took it a step further and said, the only reason why people get married is because they can't keep it in their pants. The only reason people should get
What a
married is if
dismal
they
out.
wanna if they're going out and fooling around with a bunch of people, you should get married because you should be committed to one person. But if you're not living in a way where you're worried about uh going off with a bunch of people, if
Yeah.
you're content being completely abstinent and not sexually active, you should live life alone because you will get closer to source the longer you are alone.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that part. Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, absolutely. Remember we talked about this. Like, you
Yeah.
have to have that relationship with yourself and your higher power before you can actually have, like, I believe, an actual healthy relationship, or at
Yeah.
least be like actively going towards that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
learning or something, like having the belief, if nothing else, that at least there's something. You
Yeah.
don't know what, but there's something, you
Yeah.
know? I also, on my, like, and yeah, I've been married twice. So, like, this is not from an unhealed, like, place either.
Mhm.
I genuinely, like, I've told you this. I won't ever, let me not say never, because we've seen, we say never and then something
And
happens
you're
and it's like
33, so it's gonna
things
the
change.
universe is gonna give you the opposite.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, no kidding. That's life. But I think that there's something for me way more beautiful
Mhm.
in, like, that piece of paper is literally a business contract. Like,
Yeah.
to me, because I've been through it. What's the end of like, the biggest thing that you have to worry about is assets when you're divorcing someone. It's who's
Mhm.
getting the kids, who's getting the assets, who's getting this, who's getting that.
Mhm.
Why can't you just part ways? Why can't we just part ways? Like, respectfully
Yeah.
part ways without all the ugliness, without all the legal bindings of shit, you know? And
Mhm.
I think that it's way, like, it's for me, it would be way more meaningful for someone to be with me. It's kind of to the note of, I want you, I don't need you.
Yeah.
I'm with you because we've made that commitment. Like, do the ceremony. I'm all about intentions and ceremonies and stuff like that.
And vows.
Yes,
Vows are huge.
absolutely, because that's your spoken commitment to each other.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And we
Yeah.
know words carry a vibration, right? Like, that
Mhm.
is like, so of course, but
Yeah.
I don't think that there has to be the whole, like, governmental contractual, like, going to a courthouse,
Yeah.
because that means shit to me. Like, I want to know every in your daily actions that you're committed to me.
Yeah.
Not that piece of paper, and I don't want you or me to stay in something out of obligation because, well, we're married and I don't want to go through the whole divorce thing. And,
Yeah.
like, there's people who stay together because they don't want to split their money. Like, they're like, say the husband has made like $1 million in whatever business venture he has. Like,
Mhm.
some, like, they'll be like, okay, so anyway, where did we leave off?
Marriage. Marriage is what brings us. No.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Princess.
Marriage is what brings us together.
Do you think it was one of my favorite movies?
Is
Yeah,
that?
I have it. It's one of the only DVDs. I have like 5 DVDs, and one of them is The Princess Bride.
Really?
Obviously, 2 of them are Wonder Woman, and obviously 2 are 50 Shades.
Oh, obviously.
What's
I think
happening?
my mic died.
No.
Can you hear me better now?
Oh, yeah. It's good now.
This is a nightmare. Again. Knowledge is what brings us together today.
You have to keep all of this in. That is so funny. Oh my god. Oh,
Marriage is important on a spiritual level to my faith. In the pagan faith, it is flexible.
yeah, it is.
Mhm.
it's like it's exactly to what I say. It should be an extension of yourself and of
Mhm.
your energy, right? And like it's like bringing two energetic beings together and kind of like a merging of that energy while
Mhm.
remaining, and I know you don't like this word that much, but maintaining your sovereignty
No, I
as
love
your own.
that word.
Oh, I just remember one time we had a conversation. You're like, remember you said that word like made you uncomfortable, and I said I was like, you got to like look into what it actually means.
Yeah, maybe I looked into it and I feel different. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
no,
was
because
smoking
you,
a lot of weed back then.
yeah, for sure, dude. Actually, we both were.
We both
We
were.
both were. I think it was causing problems with my gallbladder when I was eating those
Really?
edibles all the time. Yeah, my side hurt all the time. Don't you remember? I was complaining to you all the time about
Oh,
my side.
yeah.
And remember with my health anxiety, I'm like, dude, what if it's my liver? No, it's my gallbladder. Oh no, it's a tumor inside my
When
stomach.
you went to the hospital and they were like, "You need to eat more," and then you went to the doctor, like, 4 weeks later, and they were like, "Ooh, you're gaining weight," and it's like, I don't know what's right. They're always gonna have problems with my weight."
She said about my waist size. I was like, squeeze me. But it was because I had my remember I had my 2 layers of pants on because I worked at the forklift.
Bruh, you are so skinny. Don't even play with me.
Right now I'm PMSing, so I'm a little pudgy. I'm
Oh,
bloated.
you're so beautiful.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
You're so pretty.
Sharon and I had a really sad conversation the other day because I was PMSing, and because on the note of, 9 to 5 jobs taking you away from yourself, like I was not being self-aware and I felt so sad and so lonely, and I just unloaded it all on Sharon, and thank God she was there for me because I felt so sad. I was so sad. But then I remembered, I'm like, oh, I'm PMSing. Dude, what a nightmare. There's Stephanie in relationships. It's the Pisces. Like, I'm like, just love me. Like, let me go out into the world and be my strong, confident leader self. And then let me come home and be a little baby ass and like have you just baby me. And then I'll be fine.
It died.
Is mine dying? Mine's not dying. Is mine? We can pass it back and forth. Here.
Knowledge is what binds us together today. Loneliness. It happens to everybody. How do you deal with your loneliness?
Me?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I call my best friend Sharon and cry about it for a second. No, honestly, before that phone call, because remember you said you're like, I had no idea you were feeling that way.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah, it's because one, here's a lesson. You don't always got to put your shit on other people because it's your responsibility. Your feelings are your responsibility. Let me say it again for the people in the back. Your feelings are your responsibility. Anyway, so I was really trying to like deal with my own feelings. And I figured it was because I was just like working so much and I was just burning the candle at both ends, blah, blah, blah. But even when you're okay on your own,
Mhm.
like you still need connection. Like we're wired for connection. And I spend a lot of time alone. I spend a lot of time alone. Unless I'm at work, I'm here with Mouse, which is my cat. I'm not like alone with her, but it's still not like interaction like this. Like, where you're talking and you're having like that human connection. But I just like I go inward and I'm really like, okay, what do I need to do to fill my cup right now? And one of the things I told you was I don't I was not cultivating like I wasn't having experiences that were like cultivating joy
Mm.
within myself. And I have been really feeling like because we go through these stages of spiritual awakening and you know what I mean? And I've been really feeling like I'm in this in between phase,
Mm.
especially because I'm actually doing the things that I've been talking about doing for what, 8 years now. And that transition is hard, especially when you're not that person you used to be for whatever phase of life, right? You're not the person you're becoming or like that you are actually becoming yet. You're in that in between phase where nothing is happening, but you're taking the steps, but nothing's changing like around you. Inside, yes, but like outside, you're not seeing it reflected yet. And it can be kind of disheartening. And it's kind of like I've questioned, I'm like, am I not doing the right thing here? Like, what more could I be doing? Because I do like as much as I say, like, talk about us being our own sovereign human beings and, we have to find that fulfillment within ourselves, like, I have found, like, which is why you didn't know that I was feeling that way. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
because I'm aware that it's not a permanent thing and that we go through phases and whatever. But I think I'm like actually at that phase where I'm really ready to have that companionship in my life.
Really?
Yeah, to like share my life with someone, but not just anybody. Slowly. Like nobody's gonna come in and try and fucking U-Haul me ever again. You remember when I told you that joke? You remember?
Yeah,
What's
I
a
didn't know that.
what, what's a lesbian bring to a second date? Remember that joke?
A U-Haul.
Yeah, yeah, the U-Haul, like because like move so freaking quick.
Yeah.
I don't want that because that's unhealthy. Like we should not be, you should not be telling me that you love me 2 weeks and one actual meetup
Yeah.
into dating.
Dude, I have so much to say about that. How I interpret marriage, two things. The natural human being in my body says, I don't want to share a rent with you. I don't want to share electricity with you. I don't want to buy a car together until I have a contract that says that we are forever together no matter what. And then the other side is the spiritual aspect where I do believe that we build off of each other and we get closer. Like I'm so much closer with my higher power because it's challenging me to have another person in my life, in my space. So there's that growth that can only come from a relationship. Growth that isn't necessarily mandatory for everyone. Not everyone needs the same things. There is growth that can only come from relationships. There's vows and there's a deep commitment. That's just my spirituality. But it doesn't mean that other people can't have a life like that, you know? But I wanted to touch on loneliness because in the beginning, when I was first struggling with loneliness, it was so severe that I could only find peace if I imagined being in the same room with Jesus because I used to be super religious. Used to love Jesus like so deeply because when I was lonely, I would just close my eyes and imagine that I was slow dancing with Jesus in just like this beautiful room, this beautiful white ballroom. Or there were times that I would sit at the foot of my bed and like push my face against the blanket and imagine that I was getting a hug from Jesus. Like that's how deep the connection and deep the overcoming loneliness was with me. So I know how much pain and how much victory comes from loneliness. So when somebody else is going through it, I'm like, I wish I could help you. It's just tough shit. You got to get through it.
Yeah. Yeah, and like in the way, like you listened and you offered support, and you were
Mhm.
just like you were coming up with like different solutions and I was like, I just don't think that's good. Oh, which is funny, like even me as a coach, like I know all this stuff is like not logical, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
valid. Everything I felt was valid, but like it's not logical. It's like
Yeah.
to think what, am I just gonna be alone forever? Well, like no. No. you know? I just I think it too, like a realization I had after that conversation, I have much higher standards now.
Mhm.
So it's a lot harder for me to actually find, and not that I'm like actively searching for a partner either, but it's a lot harder to find a partner that is going to be a viable option for me to spend my life with because there are some hard line things that if that's not you at your core, I'm good. You
Yeah.
know? And if it is like my person has to be able like has to have the want to genuinely want to help change the world with me. And like not in like a massive way. Like it like so me, like wouldn't mean like they would want to have to do a podcast necessarily or something like that or be a coach, but in their own way. Even if it's just being like supportive and like engaging with me in those conversations or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Or like doing the healing work on
That's your
themselves.
basketball game.
Yeah, man. Like so if you ain't showing up to my basketball game, I'm good. Like I'm so good because listen, I've been doing solo basketball games for I don't know how long.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I can be my own cheerleader. Like
Yeah.
I have nursed myself back to health through all of this, like through my darkest times. Those are the times that I had to pull myself out of on my own, essentially. Like here was like with you guys were there for support. Like you were there to support me. Like when that whole thing in Troy happened, when I left my ex again, and that was kind of like a new rock bottom for me. And then I got scammed out of that apartment, just blah, blah, blah. Right. Like I was in that hotel room for 2 weeks by myself. You know what I'm saying? And the strength, I'm so grateful for those moments though, because the strength that has come from because now my whole, like, just to give insight on this, like, this is what I say to myself, like, in like those moments, like I had the other night when I'm like, okay, your whole family that you actually talk to has passed away, right? You've lost your family, like my family that I created, like my ex-wife and the kids, multiple times. And one time in the very worst way, remember when she took off to fucking South Dakota while I was at work, which was disgusting.
That was the first conversation we had.
Yeah, I do. What?
First ever.
Oh my God. And like then losing them again, but this time by my own, because I was like, oh, you're not going to hit me in my New York life. Let me just make that abundantly clear. Is that not happening? And which also Steven, whatever I can say his name, Steven is the one who showed me in weird ways what I deserve, at least a hairline above what I had accepted before. And me holding on to that, even though he wasn't exactly what I deserved. Like I think I deserved a little bit more than that. He's a great guy. We're best friends still. Like I love him to death. It's not like that. Okay. But I know Sharon's face this is what happens anytime I say anything about Steven. She's like, I don't know why we still talk to Steven. Do you want to comment on that?
You're an adult. You can make your own decisions. But we had an agreement that if it goes south, she can't complain about it to me.
Yes, we did. But we're just friends.
He showed you.
Yeah.
You're a freaking princess.
Yeah.
You knew this.
Yeah. He treated me like an Italian princess, and I loved it so much. Brought me baked goods all the time. And yeah. So even when you have done the work, and even when, which you're never done doing the work, but I'm saying enough to where you're able to stand in your own being and be comfortable in that and, just authentic, that you're still going to feel lonely sometimes. You're still going to feel those uncomfortable feelings, and it will feel like you backslid a little. You know what I'm saying? Like at least for me, I felt like I backslid. I'm like, what's happening? But then I realized I'm like, no, you're human and you just had a bad day. Well, bad week. It was like a ongoing few, whatever, but couple weeks. Yeah. But it's hard though. Like I moved out to fucking New York on my own. You know what I mean? Like I don't realize how big of a feat that was until every time. Yeah, go ahead.
Dude. Okay. It's you and me, audience. Listen to this. Stephanie, I've never met a more stable, unstable person with peace and love. With peace and love. She moved from Illinois to New York. I don't even know where you were before because you just belong here. Yeah. You moved from Illinois to New York with nothing but whatever you could fit in your Dodge Grand Caravan. Yep. And you went from that to going, New York needs to be explored and I need to find my home. And that is a very spiritual quality in my faith, is being able to be mobile and understand that if this is not your home, you're going to leave and go find it. Yeah. It is a very spiritual principle. The entire Muslim and Christian faith is built off of one dude who was looking for his home. You don't know this, but it's true. And then they couldn't agree on which one was the important son or something. I don't know. Get a real Christian on. No, but that is a beautiful thing. So you were moving around. You said, no, I'm not going to settle for it if it feels wrong. And you just kept moving and moving and moving. And the whole time I'm like, holy moly, I've never met anybody who could move like Stephanie. And she makes it look like it's so easy. So I just wanted to gas her up for a second.
Thanks, girl. Yeah. And it's so funny because that was a big lesson for me. And I was home all along. The universe put me in my home
Mhm.
before I even realized. Don't you remember? Because I rented a room in Vermont
Yeah.
from that
Yeah.
guy. And I almost ended up on Dateline, which another episode for another time, obviously. But then but on the way out here, I slept in Walmart parking lot here in Albany.
Oh, I don't think you told me that.
I've told you this. The
I
weed. It's the
probably
weed.
was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. No, I pulled over and slept in that Walmart parking lot. The exact same Walmart that I ended up moving here when I moved out of Tom's in Vermont in a quick, fast, and in a hurry. Okay. This was the apartment that opened up to me. And when I
Yeah.
got here and then I went to Walmart that night, no, the next day, I looked around and I was like, this is where I stayed the night when I was going to Vermont.
Wow.
And I had realized the universe put me exactly where I was going to be moving. Like it showed me just for a second.
Wow.
And then because remember I moved out here and I thought Boston because my whole goal was Boston,
Yeah.
you know? And then what? I got to move to Boston. And what
Yeah.
did I realize?
It wasn't there.
Albany
Dude,
was my home.
Can
Yeah.
I tell the story? When you went back to Illinois, no, it was South Dakota. You were when Illinois, South Dakota, back to New York, span of less than a week. You went out, dude. When I dropped you off at the airport, we had been friends for what, like 3 or 4 months,
Like 4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months. I drop you off at the airport, and I'm like, I'm gonna be strong for Stephanie. I bought you a VR headset so we can stay connected.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm gonna stay strong. Soon as you got on the plane, tears. I'm freaking bawling. I go home because I moved back in with my parents for a couple months while I was waiting for um my townhouse to open up.
Yeah.
I'm like bawling. My parents are like, "What's going on? I never see you emotional." I'm like, My best friend, you have no idea. Stephanie, you were the first person outside of my spiritual community that I could have conversations with and not feel judged. And I would come out of it like, wow, that was more fulfilling than some conversations I do have with my people. And I'm like, wow. And now you're leaving me. You bitch. I'm like bawling. And then 2 days later, you call me. You're like, no, I'm coming back to New York.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
And yeah, and had a job lined up and everything. Like I had the job and everything lined up, and then we found the apartment.
We figured out beds for you in the
Yeah,
kitchen.
dude. Like yeah.
Dressers.
Yeah, listen, if I do something, I do it very well. I'm not bragging. I'm just like I know. I'm confident.
So hard.
Dude, yeah, like it's I go at it in a 33 fashion. I'm like, we're handling this shit. Like, what's up? When I was in Vermont though, that was scary because not just because of him, but because this is why I say like the only thing that changes when you move is your address.
Mm-hmm.
Because I brought everything with me, like mentally and emotionally. None of that stuff was gone. You know what I'm saying? So then when it was actually like quiet and it was just me, I was like, yeah, it hit me. Like it all hit me at once. And I almost lost it. Like I was like, oh shit. Like
felt like we were in the same place.
Yeah.
Because we were both it felt like Stephanie and I were in the same place when we first met because we were both so settled into independence and being free that we could just go on for hours and hours. We used to do um stuff like I'd come down at like 10 p.m. just for a slice of pizza. Yeah, even though Stephanie's like 50 minutes away from where I live, it was still worth it. So we're working at should I say where?
Yeah, it's fine.
Dude, we were working at a nondescript Mexican fast food restaurant. I was going around fixing these fast food restaurants. They marked me as a prodigy and they boosted me right up the ranks. Used me for whatever I had. And I just so happened to be fixing this store that Stephanie got hired in. We're talking. I'm like, huh, what is this? Me and her, we get along really well. We communicate really well. I love talking to her. We decided in that moment that it was because we both came from small towns.
Yeah.
So we were vibing off the small town energy, and I was just so homesick working in the big city so much. I miss my small town restaurants. She's like, I've never been to an escape room. We're talking about escape room. Like, oh yeah, there's a couple good ones in the mall because we're working in a mall fast food place in Albany. And find it. And Stephanie's like, we should go together. And I'm like, well, I don't hang out with people outside of work. And so I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom. I text Stephanie. I don't know how I got your number, but it was mad quick. It was all mad quick.
Because the universe put us on the exact same schedule. Like the universe literally brought us together and had us work every shift together for like a month.
The universe or my boss. Because I was training you to take over the store. Yeah, we were on the same schedule. So we were hanging out before work, after work, during work. Like we had like a righteous month or two where it was just like Stephanie was like my only friend that I really talked to. But I went to the bathroom and I texted you on the down low, like, don't tell no one, but let's do it after work or whatever. I think it was
that weekend.
I'm like, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Like, you're my bestie now.
Yeah.
And I'm texting you in the bathroom, like, don't tell anyone. I don't want anyone knowing that I'm hanging out with people outside of work.
Yeah.
And we went and did the escape room, and it was like so easy. We just blew through it.
Yeah, it was like what I didn't know. So, yeah, it was like what I didn't know, you knew. And like the shit that you couldn't piece together, I pieced together. It was like, you remember like that gear puzzle?
You were really, really good. You were really, really good at like the word problems.
Yeah.
And like the pattern problems, and I was really good at the spatial awareness.
Yeah.
It was so ironic. Sorry, it's so ironic because I have terrible spatial processing.
Yeah.
But when you put me in front of a bunch of gears, or if you put me in like a chamber with some chains in it or something, like I'm gonna find the inconsistency really easily. But Stephanie was able to be like, "Oh no, I understand this story. Let me put it in order." So it was like really, really cool.
Yeah, it was.
And immediately we learned how to back off. Like we worked really well together because we knew, oh, this person's got it. So I'm going to step back and let them figure it out. And then, okay, this person's got it. So we really knew when to pass the torch when leading.
Yes, actually, yes, which is why we make like really good leaders, like together as leaders. And we found like doing this podcast together, like we have been, like we work so well together. It is like crazy how well we work together. You know what I'm saying?
I missed it. And I only had it for like 2 months and I missed it.
Yeah. I know, exactly. I don't even know why we got on this, but anyhow.
Relationships are tough.
Yeah.
Holding space for another human being in your space, that's very painful. Loneliness is also painful. So I think there's pain on either end.
Yeah. That's the duality though, because it is painful, but once you sit with it and you learn how to love yourself in those moments and be your own safe space, and which is what I was doing in those couple why you didn't know I was feeling that way, because I was trying to like, self-regulate and be my own, like parent essentially, which I think I waited too long to like say something too. Do you know what I'm saying? But just because like I have this thing, because I'm a coach and whatever, like I feel like I should have it figured out. Like I shouldn't need to, which is like so silly, because if you were telling me that, I'd be like, Sharon, no, we all need help. Like we all need,
Yeah, like when my dad died.
Like what?
Like like when my dad died, and I called you and talked to you about it, and I hadn't even cried about it yet because I was still in shock.
Yeah.
And you were like, "You're doing really, really well." I'm like, "Yeah, I know I am. I'm okay. I feel great. Like I feel like just another normal day. Like sure, everything is going to be different, but like, yeah, it's my dad. We knew he was going to die eventually." And you were like, "You don't have to be fixed right away.
Yeah.
This is going to be a process." And you did. You held my hand through that entire process, even though I was pulling you out to the bars every weekend for like 3 months straight.
Oh my God.
And I just couldn't get enough of karaoke, and I just needed the constant stimulation, both in my brain and in my body and my eyes. Like I just needed constant people in my face all the time.
Yeah.
And then that last time that we were hanging out, and I just had enough of the universe playing Talking Heads, because before my father passed away, I swear I never heard a Talking Heads song played in public. And then
night.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then that night Talking Heads just kept playing like song after song. And I just broke down and I'm like, I can't do this anymore because my dad was whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, if it was God, if it was the angels, if it was something needed me to start doing the work to repair that.
Yeah.
And I think I put my head on your shoulder for the first time
You
ever,
did.
and I let you hug me for the first time because it was so painful, but you were there for me.
Yeah, yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah. Dude, we really have a good friendship.
We do.
Like, we really have an awesome friendship. Like, we've been through a lot in a very short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you have anything else that you want to? This episode, we wanted it to just be more like conversational and fun, and like you guys kind of get to know us a little better. Better. Oh my God. Anyway,
That moonshine.
yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah, it's my part 2 of my birthday celebration. We were sitting here talking. We're like, we should be recording this. And so we just jumped on and started recording. It's my podcast, so we can do what we want with it, right?
Yeah.
Whatever we want.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of our podcast. She just doesn't want her face to be.
I don't want the clout.
Yeah, even though it's going to happen because literally I hear so much feedback about your videos. And my sister in New Hampshire said something. She's like, I want to know how you do those videos. I'm like, I don't do those videos. Sharon does videos. And she goes, they're so funny. I'm like, good, they are.
Really?
Yeah.
She likes them?
Yeah, I'll show you the text.
Community. Community is what brings us together today. The Discord channel is for everyone so that we can build a community of people who need a safe space to talk about their truth, find their truth, and learn about other people's truths so that nobody is in an echo chamber.
No, I second everything you said.
Mhm.
And it's for anybody too, kind of like we were just talking about, like you feel alone and you need support and want, we want to build a community of like-minded people or people who are still figuring their stuff out and be the safe space for them. Sharon brings really good perspectives to things because she's from a different generation than me. And, I have the coaching background and the different generation and a shit show of a life that I've grown from and grown through mostly on my own. So I think that's really all we got for this episode. We just kind of wanted to be more fun, lighthearted, and
I love you guys so very much.
we just want to thank you all for being here again on a more fun and kind of silly, but some good truths came out and good conversations for another episode of Conscious Coffee. And we love you so much and be well.